Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wilhelm Scream, and welcome back to another day in Destiny 2 for some more Destiny 2 news and Beyond Light Season of the Splicer intel. And a pretty fun video for you today. We're going to be covering a solo Eyes of Tomorrow farm glitch. This can also be used to farm Spoils of Conquest. And like most things on this channel, this can, of course, be done completely solo. We're going to cover everything that you need to do this farm. And a big shout out to K Jin for providing the clip that we will be viewing. But Season of the Splicer is also right around the corner, so I hope everybody is as excited as I am. I just wanted to quickly cover a few things that I'm going to be doing to prepare that I also would suggest most people would do. Some of these things I've discussed in previous videos, so if you want more explanation rather than just a mention, maybe go back and watch a couple other videos on this channel. And while you're doing that, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel to be entered into my giveaway at 50,000 subscribers. Every one of those things gets you one entry into that giveaway, and also you can follow me on Instagram or Twitter. They'll be linked in the description box down below, as well as a link to my Discord channel if you're looking for any help in any of the activities we discuss. And as always, if you stick around till the end of the video, I'll have a secret hashtag you can leave in the comments section to be entered into that giveaway a second time for this video. And remember, those secret hashtags, they stack between all videos, so if you haven't done this on a previous piece of content on this channel, like I said, why not go back, check out another video, and of course, do it again. One thing that I did discuss previously this week, or last week as a matter of fact, was picking up the weapons from the kiosk in the tower if you do not have them, any exotics. Most notably the Sleeper Simulant, that's the heavy linear fusion rifle. This can be acquired through barium boughs, which you can find in the Dreaming City, or from Spider in the Tangled Shore for sale occasionally throughout the week. Some days you'll get a good day, like we had a couple of times this week or last week, where barium boughs are available 5 for 1 legendary shard. This is a great farm because it'll let you stack up on the 200 that you will need to buy the Sleeper Simulant fairly quickly, almost instantly. Occasionally, they'll be for sale for Glimmer. I would just take advantage of that as well at this point if you don't have the Sleeper already. The other things you'll need is, of course, 125,000 Glimmer, as well as 1 Ascendant Shard and Spoils of Conquest. Now, Spoils of Conquest can be acquired from any of the chests in Deepstone Crypt. So there is the solo raid chest that's fairly easy to get early on. You can also get them from the other secret chests if you do a run, or from defeating any of the bosses. Now, because we will be discussing a boss kill in this video, that's something to just keep in mind. I also discussed in one of my last videos a solo Kali farm that you will also get you some more Spoils of Conquest. You can do on all 3 characters each week. The reason the Sleeper Simulant is probably the weapon to have if there's no other weapon that you can get for next season, or to at least the one weapon that will help you prep for next season, is because, of course, Vault of Glass will be returning, and in D1, the Sleeper Simulant was probably the best weapon other than maybe the Gallarhorn, which was kind of always the best weapon, but the best weapon besides that broken one that was best against the Vault of Glass Atheon final boss. So that's just a few things that I wanted to tell you about as far as prep. Also, remember to delete all your shaders for Glimmer and legendary shards and possibly other materials. I can't remember exactly what else drops from shaders, but just delete all of them because you won't need them next season. Go through your inventory, get rid of anything that you're not going to need. Just make sure that you have a good cache of materials heading into the season. And if you still do have an Iron Banner bounty lying around, hold on to it, at least till next Iron Banner, because we do apparently still get the new rewards from Iron Banner from the old bounties. Something that was thought to be fixed, but actually wasn't. You can also, of course, reclaim all your past season or any unclaimed rewards next season. They'll always drop at power, so it's also a good way to do a little bit of power leveling, though. Because we're only getting a 10 power bump in this next expansion, it's not really that big a deal, at least. Not as big as it is usually at the beginning of a major DLC like in Beyond Light's case. So now let's get on to this solo Eyes of Tomorrow farm. So again, once more, big shout out to Cajun for providing this clip, and I'm going to leave a link to their YouTube channel down below. So if you want the full actual clip, which was actually just over the course of 20 minutes to do this particular farm, and it is being done solo, so you have to keep that in mind. But I would suggest you go and check it out and leave a comment on their video. Just let them know I sent you. So as you can see, what you're going to need to bring with you is most notably a Wither Horde. So if you don't have a Wither Horde, this is probably going to take a lot longer than 20 minutes. But if you have Wither Horde and Top Tree Voidwalker with the Slova Nova, as I like to call it, you can essentially do this glitch that you see in front of me, which is, of course, taking out the boss before you actually trigger them and the encounter itself. That's because the boss will take damage. The Wither Horde, when it lands, will do a dot on the boss, as well as the grenade from the Voidwalker. You can then also use your Nova Bomb eventually to do a little extra damage. Now the reason you're going to want the Top Tree one is because you need that little bit of extra time to be able to jump off the map. If you're on the map when any of these things hit, you will actually trigger the boss. So this is sort of an old glitch. I think we found it back when I can't remember which dungeon it was, but the Pit of Heresy. Essentially, you could use the Wither Horde and have one character just sort of shoot it at the boss, and the Wither Horde would do damage, but only once that character was no longer alive. So one player could jump off the map, die, and so long as they were dead, even if the boss was in its protected phase, you would still do damage to him with the Wither Horde. This is also the same for the grenade and, as I said, the Slova Bomb. So what you'll do is just repeat this process and make sure you get off the map with enough time so that your shots, as you're shooting up into the air, are hitting after you're actually off. If you do this correctly, you can actually do this fairly quickly. As I said, 20 minutes solo. If you had a couple of players, maybe you could do this. So, a way of getting around boss mechanics and farming this out for players that may have a hard time getting into a full raid group but might be able to find a checkpoint, or if you just don't want the anxiety of having to do an entire raid with a group of people you don't know, I can understand that as well. One other thing that I would say bring with you is a Darcy. That's because you can actually use the Darcy to see how much damage you've actually done to the boss. So it allows you to track the boss damage even when it is not the encounter, or the encounter hasn't actually started. So that's just a way to see how close you are to the end, because once you get to about 1% damage, you are going to actually want to trigger the encounter. Have a super ready at that point. So don't use a raid banner at the beginning of this. Wait until the very end so you can get that last super back. And then you can usually just finish them off once you trigger the encounter with that super. Chaos Reach was what Cajun used in this case. So that's going to be it for all the information in today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you can use this heading into next season. Like I said, maybe in the last few days or so, you could use this to farm out some more spoils of Conquest. Maybe get your hand on an Anarchy or a Sleeper Simulant. If you've watched all the way or this far, please leave a hashtag Beyond Light or a hashtag Season of the Splicer down below. And as always, I am Wilhelm Scream. Of course, we will see you in the next video. Little